We work on when you're doing a knee shoot, right? So your opponent is trying to press your guard or applying pressure, go back. Or even if your opponent is between your legs in the half guard right here, like knee shoot, just control your collar. You have to like immediately break this grip. Don't let your opponent control your collar because that can be dangerous. Start passing the guard. Okay, so you frame, go upside down, all the way around, and then get a triangle, right? And then also going upside down. When you get here, get the K guard, step your leg, right? Pass the leg right behind him. Shoot yourself inside, and you have the waiter, right? Or X guard or 50-50. Okay? Hey, Sock right here. I'm sorry for interrupting you watching this video. I have great news. You can watch at Atos BJJ on demand right now, 100% free. You go on the weekly series. We have like pretty much courses every week about the techniques that we teach you at Atos headquarters. Go there right now in the description below, click on the link, and then you're gonna go straight forward to our weekly series category. And then right there, you're gonna click and you're gonna watch the first class 100% free, 100% free, okay? And please, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, okay, on our channel. And I appreciate that. Keep watching. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Us. Yesterday, Rolando showed you the choy bar, right? When they grab you here, right? So you get the arm and then pass the leg through so you can get the arm bar, right? Today, let's say my opponent's on the reverse de la Riva guard. Okay, and one thing really important, I cannot put my thigh on the floor, okay? If my thigh touches the floor, there's a lot of pressure of my opponent on me. Even though I have the frame here, okay, he already defeated my bottom leg. My bottom leg doesn't work anymore, okay? If I just like control the bottom part of his leg, he can go either to mount or knee cut, okay? So it's not good for me. I have to control the thigh. That's why I have the frame here over the thigh, okay? So that way I can manage the distance, okay? On reverse de la Riva or regular de la Riva, you cannot touch your thigh on the floor, so it's very important to keep your leg off the mat so your thigh doesn't touch the floor. So if your opponent tries to knee cut on you, it's a little bit harder for him because there's like some tension right here. It's harder for him to pass. But every time if you're fighting and then he puts your leg on the floor like this, that's not good. Okay, not a good sign. That's why sometimes you can use your arm under your leg, so you use as a frame and you can relax more your leg, have a really strong reverse de la Riva. Or even if you play the regular de la Riva, okay? Sometimes you hear your opponent push your leg to the floor and you see that my thigh touched the mat, okay? So that's not good, okay? So I have to keep my thigh off the mat, okay? Try to push my leg, okay? I have to build this tension right here. Sometimes you can work with your hand right here just to give it support so you can relax a little bit more. And on the de la Riva guard, the most important is not the hook behind the leg, which is the de la Riva hook, but it's the thigh not touching the floor. Okay, this is the most important thing. All right, it's more important than the hook. Okay, sometimes you have the hook, but you put your thigh on the floor, it doesn't mean nothing. You have no control. Okay, you have to close. All right. So when my opponent approach to the knee cuts right here, and I'm on this situation here, do the other side wrong. Okay, so he goes knee cut, and my thigh is off the mat like this. And at the same time, I have to manage off from my opponent controlling my collar, right? I have to keep his hand away from my collar. Right? If you grab my collar, right, and I try to break the grip, sometimes you have a really strong grip and I can't break, right? So you can go for the choy bar as you learned yesterday. Push his arm a little bit over your shoulder and then go to the choy bar. Or what you can do, this is one of the things that I like to do. I can't break the grip, he's controlling my collar. I put him back between my legs. I pass his leg around and over his thigh, okay? So now I can easily face to him like this, and now he's between my legs. See that? Now I can do the de la Riva on the outside, right? Or even control the sleeve, go for spider guard. Even if he's still controlling my collar, he's between my legs, it's hard for him to pass the guard. Okay, again. So he's here, frame, like it's hard for me to break the grip. I pass one, you see, I don't go right here close to the thigh. I put my foot all the way across and right in front of his ankle right here. And then I go like this, okay? So I know I can go this way and put him between my legs, okay? But since we're sideways, we're gonna do attack. We're gonna take advantage from our positioning like sideways. Okay, again. So I'm here, he's controlling the collar, I go 1, and now look, 2, I bring my knees to my chest, and I scoop my hand under his leg, and I control my hands like this. Okay, you can grab like that as well, or like this, whatever you feel more comfortable. You have to connect to your hands. S grip or gable grip. Now I look at my foot. If my foot stays outside, when I bring it to me, I don't push anything. Go back. So what I do, I put the plate of my foot right on his stomach while I'm pushing his leg or pulling his leg towards my chest. Right now we are in the same position as we did before on Monday. Right? I can start going for a K guard right here. Yeah, I can easily start attacking him up with a K guard, right? Or I can shoot an X guard. I scoop myself underneath of him and I get here, okay? Once I get here, I control the pants, okay? And I control the far side pants as well, like this, okay? My hand here, facing down, controlling right on the calf of his pants, okay? And now you see this foot is right on his stomach. So if my opponent is bending like this, I can easily start pushing him overhead, switch my feet, okay, right underneath of him. And now this is very important. I'm gonna change the side that I am. Look, I'm gonna go this way. And the way I do this is by bringing his foot towards my butt while I'm making the transition, switching my side and bringing my head to the other side like this, so I can easily go on top, okay? So let's do one time fast. So you see, look, I'm here. Okay, I control his collar. He's gonna bring the leg between my leg, bring me between his legs. Now he goes back, push me, set up the X guard. Okay, shoot the leg through. I will stand up. If I stand up, why your opponent stand up? Because he wants to put the weight on this leg. Okay, and now you reach the far side leg. Okay, if your opponent is like this, you're gonna sweep your opponent towards his butt. Okay, easy. Right? But normally, usually your opponent stays like this, and that's when you go overhead. Side and a sweep. Okay, that's exactly what you're gonna do during the fight. Okay. Again, let's say next time you're fighting, your opponent get here and control the collar, so you keep in between your legs right away. Okay. So now notice that this leg right here helped me to push me that way. Okay. He pushed me backwards so I can react, so he can bring himself inside. And now I get the X guard. If you're already on this position here, you can easily stand up and just sweep me, right? Yes. Okay? But if you're fighting someone that is good in Jiu-Jitsu, they react like this. They hear, right, scoop inside, he's gonna be on balance. He's gonna be like on his feet like this, and then you manage to control the pants. Okay? Sometimes you'll be with the knees on the floor, but most of the time like this. And now look, Rolando will step both feet under my hip and make the transition. And then sweep. Double pant grip sweep. You guys got it? Okay? Yeah. So the most important thing here is managing to not let this thigh touch the mat. Exactly. So make sure you keep this thigh off the mat. If your opponent control your collar, he's really close to you like this, you're gonna step over like this. See? Now you bring yourself towards the leg. Exactly. So you can scoop and then connect your hands. And notice that Rolando is pushing me this way. So what is my reaction? Try to go back this way. Okay? Sometimes you don't have space to put this leg underneath. Okay? You can just grab like this. Just have to be aware with the ankle lock, straight ankle lock here. Okay? And same way, so if you're here, you can bring me backwards if the weight is more backwards, or you can bring me forward if the weight is forward, okay? Now I change side, and then sweep. You see that every time you sweep, find a positioning to start passing the guard, okay? Find a knee cut, find a side smash, find a stack. Don't just sweep and stay between the legs, all right? You guys have any question? No? All right, let's go 1, 2, 3.